Good morning. Happy Tuesday morning to everyone. My name is Sarah Laird and I'll be teaching chair yoga with you all today. I'll wait just a moment to start. Before we start though, just a reminder for those of you that haven't had me in class, I teach at Dunnigan YMCA. I teach chair yoga. I also teach kids yoga, which is ages 6 to 12, and preschool yoga, ages 3 to 5. I also teach warm yoga, so a little bit of every age spectrum there. I love yoga. Yoga has been great for me, and I just love sharing it with others. So, one more thing before we get started. My classes, when we all get to come back to the Y, my classes are Thursdays, 11:15 to 12. I'd love to have you join me sometime. There's lots of other chair yoga opportunities at both the Dunnigan and downtown branch. If you want to glance at the schedule, I'm sure you can find one that fits your needs. So today, this will be our last live chair yoga class. And then from here, I believe our older active adult seniors should have or will be getting an email to help you find some more resources for your classes. If you have any questions or if you don't get the email, please feel free to find me on Facebook or contact me if you have my contact information. I can help direct you to those websites or those links that the Y will be sending you. And I can also help with any other yoga questions you might have. So, that being said, let's go ahead and let's sit back in our seats. Remember, any chair works fine here. Maybe this is your first class you're taking with me today. I've just got a folding chair. You can use a kitchen chair. If you want, if you have that, I might suggest you putting it down so the chair doesn't slide. So let's start just by taking a seat, relaxing back, letting the eyes close here. So take a moment just to find a comfortable space and notice how the body's feeling today. Take some time to notice how you're feeling. Maybe notice sounds going on around you. I've got birds chirping outside my window. I've also got quiet, no kids running around for a bit. And then when you're ready, slowly start to change your focus and turn it onto your breathing now. So if you're newer to yoga, in yoga we try to focus on breath first and foremost. We try to inhale through the nose, taking that breath a little longer, a little slower. And then as you exhale, you can try to exhale through the nose as well. Now, some of us, as we start, it's a little easier to exhale through the mouth, or if you're congested, you can exhale through the mouth here as well. Main thing I want is for you to lengthen your breath and slow it down a bit. So let's try a few more. Deep breath in. Filling the lungs up with fresh oxygen. Deep breath out. Exhaling it out. A few more breaths here. We also call this belly breathing. You can bring your hands to your belly and notice how much you use your belly as you take these deep breaths in. So as you inhale, fill the lungs up with air, belly rises. And then as you exhale, you can help exhale the last of that air just by pulling the navel into the spine. Good, deep breath in. And out. 2 more, deep breath in. And out. Good. So I want you to try and continue this pace of breath. We're going to move on, add a little bit more here. So as we scoot up, about halfway up on that seat, we're going to start a little differently today. We're going to start with the lower part of the body, working our way up. So hands can relax to your lap. As you inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, let them lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So taking your time, moving at your own pace. We'll take one more round of breath here. Inhaling as we lift the heels. Exhale as you lower. Now both heels are down to the ground. We're going to lift the right foot, point and flex that toe. Add some circles, so maybe out and in a couple times. Just warming up the ankles a little more and set it back down. Left foot, pointing and flexing. Good, and lower it down. Take a deep breath in here. And release it. From here, we're going to let the right ear, hopefully I'm mirroring you now, we're going to let the right ear fall off toward the right shoulder. Let your left hand reach out to the side, palm facing me. Take a few breaths here, in and out. On your next inhale, take your chin, turn it toward the right shoulder. Left hand can come back to your lap. You're going to imagine that you have a pencil attached to your nose, and you're going to write your name in cursive. So looking over towards your right, writing your first and last name in cursive. And then slowly dropping chin back down to chest. Take a round of breath here. Deep breath in. Bring the gaze back to center. Other side now. Letting the left ear fall off toward the left shoulder. We've got the right arm reaching out to the side. Take a few breaths here. Feeling that nice stretch down the side of the right shoulder, the neck. Next inhale, right hand comes back to your lap. We're going to take the chin toward the left shoulder. Write your name in cursive. When you're done, bring the chin back down toward the chest. Take a round of breath here. Deep breath in, bring the gaze back up. All right, so it looks like we've got a couple people joining us. Hi, Brian, Mickey, Patty, and Fran. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're enjoying class today. So we're going to come into that seated sun salutation. So we're going to do the same variation we did last week, but this week we're going to add on a little twist, literally. So follow along the first time. If you don't quite remember it, we're going to ground the feet to the earth. Arms come to the side. We're sitting up at the middle or maybe even towards the edge of the seat. I like to sit up toward the edge. Take a deep breath in as you reach up. Exhale, coming to a fold. So your fold can have several different variations. Your fold can be with your hands to your lap and letting the gaze drop down. Maybe you come a little lower where the forearms or the back of the arms drop to the legs. Gaze down. Some of you maybe will come deeper, holding onto the calves or all the way down to the ground. Wherever you're at, gaze is down in your fold. From here, we usually take a half flip, but from here, we're gonna add a twist. So I'll start with that top variation. From here, we're gonna open with the right arm and twist to the side. So you might look like this. You might look a little lower or even lower. Deep breath in as you twist open. Exhale, close. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Let's try that on the left side here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, open with that left arm. Gaze can follow the hand. Exhale as you close. Deep breath in, rise up tall. And exhale, hands to the heart. One more time each. Actually, let's do 2 more times to each side. Exhale, fold. Inhale, open with the right. Exhale, let it close. Deep breath in as we rise up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Left side this time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Deep breath in. And exhale, close. Last time each side. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, open with that right arm. Exhale, close. Deep breath in as we reach up tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Last round. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, open with the left. Exhale, close. Deep breath in, reaching up tall. And exhale, hands to the heart. All right, one more seated stretch before we move up to standing. Let's go ahead and start with the hands at heart center. We're going to take a deep breath in here. As we exhale, we're going to interlace the fingers, thumbs down, pressing the arms forward. We're going to round through the spine, so tucking the chin like you would in that cat breath. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, fall off to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, off to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands to the heart. Deep breath in. Let's try that again. Exhale, press forward, round through the spine. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, off to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, off to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release. Hands to the heart. Deep breath in. We'll take one more round. Exhale, press it out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, off to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, release. Hands to the heart. Take a round of breath here. Grab a drink of water if you need it, and we're going to go ahead and move ourselves into standing. So I'm going to scoot my chair up a little closer. Let's see. Hi, Sonia. Hi, Ann. Thanks for joining us today. All right. So I'm going to step back. I'm going to go ahead and move the chair a couple times just so you can see what's going on back here. So for our first one, we're just going to warm up the legs again a little bit more, make our way up the body just like we did for our warm-up in the beginning of class. So you can have the chair to the side, or actually you'll want it in the center. I'm going to bring the chair to the side just so you can watch. This first round, we're just going to have your normal pace of breath, and you're just going to rock up on the toes, back to the heels. So you can even inhale up again, exhale back. So that's what I'm doing behind the chair, so you can see. Fingertips can be on the chair, maybe one hand rest. Maybe you want to work on your balance and challenge it a little bit. Hands can come to the hips or to the side. Let's take a few more rounds, rocking up and back. All right, next round, I want you to pause up on your toes. We're going to bring the left hand to the chair. Right arm's going to come up to make a cactus. Think about fingers spread wide, reach that shoulder back, and then you're going to take 4 steps to your right. 1, on your tiptoes, 2, 3, 4. 4 steps back to center, 2, 3, 4. All right, lower it down to heels, rock it up to toes. Couple rounds here. All right, next time, rock back to your heels, hold there. Right hand comes to the chair, left arm reaches up to the side, 4 steps to the left. 4, 3, 2, 1, and back to center. And rock it up and back a few times. Good job. Let those heels relax. You can shake out the legs a little bit if that feels good. Maybe march them up. All right, so now we're going to work on the quads. Scoot the chair aside again just so you can see what's going on before we move into our pose. So what we're going to do is we're going to come into a very gentle chair pose. So I'll turn to the side. In chair pose, we pretend as we're sitting back into a chair. So you bend the knees, keep the chest, or keep the back flat. Hands can come to the heart or they can be at the chair. So notice we want to make sure that our tailbone's tucked under, so think about pulling the navel to the spine here. We don't want to stick it out and round to the back. Now, when we do our chair, normally we sink down a little lower. Today, we're just going to have that gentle bend, so somewhere about here. So, I'm going to join you. Chair pose, feet are hips width apart. Gentle bend. Now, fingertips can be at that chair, or for more challenge, you can reach your arms out and up. Let's hold here for 4 breaths, then we'll add on. One more breath. Good. Now, stay where you're at in the legs. Take your arms out. Face the palms down. So palms are facing down this first round. 4 breaths here. Good. Stay here if you can. Now turn your palms to face upward. 4 breaths here. Now, palms are going to face back. So you should have the front of your hands facing, or the back of your hands facing me, palms facing backwards, thumbs pointed down. 4 breaths here. All right, take a deep breath in, reach the arms up, exhale the hands down to the heart. Shake those legs out, march them, shake the arms, roll them back a few times. Good job. All right, so from here, we're going to move into a little bit of a flow, a standing flow. So this being our first standing flow, I'm going to go ahead and move the chair and show you how to do it so you can see without the chair, and then I'll bring the chair back in and show you how to utilize that chair should you need to. So starting on your mat, feet are going to be hips width apart. We're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to step forward with the right foot, reach the arms up overhead, left foot. You can come to that back toe. So almost like a warrior 3 variation. Exhale it back. Inhale. hands to the heart, step the right foot out. Now this time as we exhale, we're going to take a gentle bend in the knees, airplane. So arms to your side, flat back as you tip forward. And exhale, hands back to the heart. Deep breath in, step back to center. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, back to center. Take a round of breath. All right, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to add the chair back in. So when we're using the chair, we'll step, you can always be within fingertips away from the chair, and maybe just one hand stays to the chair. So we're stepping forward with the left foot this time. Left arm reaches up. Exhale it back. Inhale, step out to the side. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, feet together. Deep breath in. Take the arms back to cactus. Exhale, hands back to heart center. So that's what it would look like if you were utilizing the chair here. Let's go 2 more times on each side. You can use the chair if you'd like or not. So, right side. Deep breath in, step forward with the right foot, arms reach up. Exhale, back. Inhale, right foot comes out. Exhale, down to airplane. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, cactus arms. Maybe take the gaze up if you'd like a little back bend. And exhale, hands to the heart. Left side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, step back. Inhale as you step out. Exhale to airplane. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, hands to the heart. One more time on each side. Right foot, inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale out. Exhale, airplane. Deep breath in as we rise up. Exhale to center. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, hands to the heart. Last time, inhale, left foot. Exhale it back. Inhale, left foot out. Exhale to airplane. Inhale, back up. Exhale, feet back to center. Inhale, cactus. And exhale, hands to the heart. Let's take a round of breath here. Your body should be a little warmed up now after that flow. And now we're going to move into something a little more, it's a little bit less movement for the legs, but we'll still add some movement for the arms. We're going to come back into Warrior One. So we're going to take the right foot back. Now remember, in Warrior One, you're going to keep left toe facing forward. We're going to step the right foot back. So as you step that right foot back, think about taking it back and at a little bit of an angle. So when you drop the heel, your toes are facing about 1 o'clock. On the right foot, left toes are facing forward. My hips are facing forward, and I have a little bit of a bend in that front knee. Now how much of a bend just kind of depends on how wide or how deep your lunge is. Make sure you find something that's comfortable and works for you. You want that front knee just about over the heel or the ankle. You don't want to go past it. So, in using the chair, it'll look just like this. Maybe both hands are on the chair. Maybe the hands come to the hips, the heart, or overhead. This is another one. You can keep one hand to the chair if you need to for some balance or stability. I'm going to release both arms. So we're going to build some leg strength, just holding this Warrior Three, but we're going to add in some arm movement, adding some arm strength as well. So deep breath in as we reach up. Exhale to cactus. I want you to really think about squeezing the arms down. Think about squeezing as if you had a tennis ball between your shoulder blades. You're going to squeeze it together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, squeeze. 2 more. Good job. Hold it here. Deep breath in. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale back. Exhale, squeeze. Use your resistance. Last one. Inhale the arms out. Now we're going to do some biceps. So turn your palms to face inward. Deep breath in, reach them out. Palms facing up. Exhale, pull. Inhale out. Exhale, pull. 2 more. Good job. Go ahead and release the arms down to the chair. From here, let's step that back foot forward. Shake out the arms if you need to a little bit. Shake out the legs. All right, from here, other side. So standing tall in mountain, we're going to step left foot back this time. So left foot comes back into the side a little bit, dropping the heel. Both hips are facing forward. Left toe is facing about 11 o'clock. Right toe is facing forward. So remember, hands can be to the chair. You can release one arm if you would like, or maybe you take both hands to the heart or overhead. Let's take a round of breath here. Good. Deep breath in, reach up. Exhale to cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. 2 more. Hold here, deep breath in. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. 2 more. Good. Palms face in. Deep breath in. Exhale, pull. Inhale, open. Exhale, pull. 2 more. Good. Slowly release the hands back to the chair. Step that back foot forward. Shake the legs. Shake the arms out. And let's move into some balance. So, the last few weeks, we've worked on tree, we've worked on airplane, and we've worked on a bent knee balance. We're going to put those all together today. Normally, we would just do one at a time. Today, we're going to put them all together. Now, I challenge you, if you can, to keep the toe from tapping in between each pose. If you need to, please do, but see if you can challenge yourself not to tap your toe down in between each pose. So let's start in tree, grounding down the left foot. We'll come up on the right, toe taps to the ground. The heel is going to rest to the side of the leg. So this is where a lot of us like to start our tree pose, finding a focal point straight ahead. Maybe the hands, one hand comes to the heart or both. Maybe they come up overhead. If you want more challenge, you can, if you're ready, you can bring that foot up a little higher here, or up even higher. The only place it can't go is on the kneecap. So finding where your challenge is. Let's hold our breath. 2 more rounds of breath here. Then slowly release your foot. And what we're going to do is we're going to flex that foot and let it hover. Another option is to bend the knee. or take the knee all the way up so that the thigh is parallel to the ground. So finding where your challenge is, again, holding onto the chair or releasing it. We'll take 2 more breaths here. And then comes in our last pose, airplane. So you may want to grab onto that chair. We're just going to sweep that leg back, coming into airplane. So airplane has lots of variations. Back toe can tap to the ground. The body is going to stay in one straight line from shoulders down to the foot. So as I'm tipped forward, see there's a nice line. And then if you want to come forward a little deeper, maybe you let the chest come forward as the leg lifts up higher. So hand can be at the chair. It can just relax to the side. Both hips are facing down. Let's take a few breaths here. As we release, you can always grab onto the chair if you need to. Take a deep breath in, bring that foot forward, and set it back down. Good job. Shake the legs out. So sometimes it's fun just to hold one pose a little longer. Sometimes it's fun to make it more challenging, adding a couple poses together. Now that we know what we're doing on this other side, let's try it here. Grounding down left foot, left hand can come to the chair. Finding your tree variation, maybe it looks like this, or maybe you bring that leg up a little higher. Again, hands can stay to the heart or come up overhead. 3 more breaths here. And then when you're ready, release that leg. We'll let that foot hover in front. Flexed foot, maybe you bend the knee a little, or maybe you bring that thigh parallel to the ground. One more round of breath, and then we'll take it back to airplane. So hand can come to the chair if you need to. Slowly kick that leg back. Again, toe can tap to the ground for airplane. Or maybe the foot comes off the ground and we tip forward. One more breath here. Slowly start to release. We're going to bring that knee up and set it back down. Give the legs a little shake out if you need to, maybe even the arms. We're going to make our way back to our chair for our final stretch. So you can come grab a drink of water if you need to, make your way onto your chair, and then we're going to sit about halfway up on that chair. So I failed to tell you at the beginning of class, to maybe grab a hand towel or a belt or a tie. If one's close by, you can grab it. If not, no worries. You can always utilize it if you want to practice this stretch more down the road. So we're going to do cow face arms. And what that is we're going to take, let's bring the hands palms facing down. We're going to warm up the shoulders a little bit, and then we're going to do a deeper shoulder stretch. So palms facing down. Inhale, reach them up. So taking them as high as you can go. Some of you may be about shoulder height. Some of you may be able to take them up overhead. Exhale them down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more here. Good. So let that left hand drop down to your lap. Right hand is going to reach back as if you're patting yourself back on the back. So just like so. And again, maybe it can just come to right here. Maybe it can't quite touch. That's okay. Just finding where your challenge is. Then you're going to take this left hand and you're gonna reach it behind the back. So it's gonna set on that lower back here. Again, maybe it needs to just come to the hip, but if you can take it to the lower back, that's great. From here, this is where that towel would have come into handy, I apologize. So if you have a towel, you would have it in this right hand, and then you could let the left hand reach up toward that towel and hold on to the towel. And maybe the fingers walk a little closer, using that towel to pull the hands closer together. If you don't have a towel, you can just simply walk the hands up the back, finding where your challenge is, and then think about staying nice and tall, keeping the gaze straight ahead. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Slowly start to release the arms. Give the shoulders a roll back or 2. Good, let's try the other side. Left arm comes up, pat yourself on the back. Now the right hand comes back. Again, it can come to the hip or the lower part of the back. Maybe right here is where your challenge is, or you can always walk the fingers a little closer. This is my tighter side. So I didn't mention that. One side's probably gonna be a little tighter than the other, and that's perfectly normal. So taking the hands to where your challenge is, and then focus on sitting up nice and tall, keeping the gaze straight ahead, and taking a few more rounds of breath here. Good, let's slowly release. Letting the hands come back to the lap. Take a few rolls here. Good. From here, let's go ahead and hug, move our focus down to the legs. Let's hug the right knee in toward the chest. So maybe you hold underneath the thigh and pull that leg up. Maybe you hold in front of the knee and pull that leg up a little higher. Wherever you're at is great. You're doing it, you're getting a stretch. So from here, a little love for the ankle again, pointing and flexing, rotating in and out a few times. Good. From here, let's move into our figure 4 stretch. So right ankle can come across the right knee. If that's a little too deep, right ankle comes across left ankle, and you let that knee fall open. So we're opening through the hips here. Wherever you're at, we're going to add a little movement today. So I'm going to stay here. So imagine you have a tray, and you're going to serve some guests some food. You're going to think about reaching the arms forward, tipping the chest forward. Inhale, pulling it back. So you can think of serving, reaching forward, and receiving, coming back. So maybe that's a little too deep for you. If that's too deep, stay up nice and tall, hands can relax to your lap. If you want to try and deepen that stretch, inhale forward, exhale, bring it back. A couple more here. Good, very good. From here, let's go ahead and release that leg. Right leg will come out long. I've got my heel to the ground. You probably can't see. I've got my toes pointed up. I'm going to tip forward. Now, hands can hold onto the chair as you tip forward with a flat back. Some people like to bring the hands to that opposite thigh. Taking that stretch as deep as you'd like to go, keeping the back nice and flat so we're folding forward from the hips. Couple more breaths here. And inhale as we rise up, draw that leg in. We're going to hug left knee to chest. So again, you can hold underneath the thigh, pulling it up. You can hold in front of the shin. And then give that ankle some love. Point and flex. Add some rotations. Whatever feels good to you right now. And And on our next inhale, let's find our figure four. So again, crossing at the ankle, letting left knee open, or crossing at the knee, ankle to knee. Again, you can stay nice and tall here, wherever you're at, or maybe you want to deepen your pose. To deepen, palms face up. Deep breath in as you reach forward to serve, and exhale, receive. Last one. Good. From here, uncross the ankle, bring the leg long, heel to the ground, toe pointed up. Nice tall spine as we tip forward from the hip. So maybe you're good right here. Maybe you don't need to come forward any farther. That's perfectly fine. Hands can be at the hips. They can hold onto the chair as you tip forward from the waist. Or maybe the hands even come to the knee here. A few more deep breaths. Make sure that toe is pointed up. If you're not feeling it in that leg, you might have to scoot up a little further on your chair, or you may need something to prop up underneath that left heel. Good, deep breath in here. Let's slowly rise up. Pull that leg back in. I just realized I went over quite a bit. So sorry about that. All right, from here, we're gonna move into our final relaxation, or our savasana. So you're gonna come back into a comfortable place. Again, it might look different for everyone, really. Maybe just sitting back into your chair like we started our class, relaxing with the hands in your lap. Maybe you want to take a bound angle, so soles of the feet can come together as the knees fall wide. Maybe you pull one leg up, maybe the other, or you can always come to the ground on your back, bringing the legs up on the chair, like so. So finding that comfortable position and just letting the eyes close, letting the breath soften, and letting the body relax. Our reading for today is entitled, Doing What We Can. If you can't feed 100 people, then just feed one. Mother Teresa. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by bad news in the world. How can we possibly help when the problem seems so big? Instead of becoming discouraged about how much needs to be done, we can focus on what is doable, however limited this may seem. 1 hour a week tutoring a new immigrant, a donation to an organization that provides services to those in need, a casserole for a sick friend, a phone call to a lonely senior. If 100 of us feed just one hungry person each, 100 people will be fed. What can I do today? Even just one small thing to help someone in need. Let's slowly start to find some awareness back into your body. Maybe taking a deep breath in and sighing it out. Maybe finding movement through the body. Eventually blinking the eyes open and bringing the hands back to the heart. I'd like to thank you all so much for taking the time to come join me today. And most importantly, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to practice for yourselves. It's with great respect. Namaste. Again, thank you all so much for joining me today. Typically we would have a little bit of a longer Savasana in class, but I thought I'd cut it a little short today so I could talk to you and just let you all know. First of all, say hi to a couple people who joined in. I see Ann and Sonia, Karen, Angie, Scarlett, Debbie, Beth, Diane, Maria, Paula, Carla. Thank you all so much for joining. It's been such a blessing for me to be able to teach you all and to be able to connect with you all while we are on our stay home order. And I look forward to seeing you all again when we can come back and practice together at the Y. Until then, as I said before, this is the last live chair yoga class that I will be able to be doing on the YMCA page. So if you have any questions, please message me. And like I said, you should be getting an email with more resources to follow along with. So again, thank you all so much for joining me these last 4 weeks, and stay well. Bye.